Before we react to Mel Kiper's latest mock draft and who he has the Chicago Bears selecting, I want to hear from you guys. What is your dream Bears draft scenario this year? I assume it's Caleb Williams plus something else. Maybe you don't want Caleb. If you want something else, you can throw that in there. I don't think you're going to be right, but hey, it's a dream. What is your dream Bears draft scenario? I want to hear it from you guys in the comments section. I'm Harrison Graham, and Chicago Bears Now is presented by Manscaped. It is National Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, and Manscaped is all over it, and they got the best men's grooming products for you guys. Use promo code BEARS20 at manscaped.com. Going to get you 20% off. We'll talk a little bit more about Manscaped later on. All right, Kiper's latest mock draft has dropped. It is a 2-round mock. Unfortunately, the Bears don't have a second-round pick, but they do have 2 picks in round 1. Of course, the NFL draft is getting closer and closer, about 2 weeks away, Thursday, April 25th. So we are almost there as of now. These are the picks the Bears have. You would think there will be some kind of movement on draft day, but we'll have to wait and see. Picks 1 and 9. No second round pick. You got 75 in round 3 and then 122 in the 4th round. To me, these are the Bears' draft needs. Obviously, quarterback. We expect that to be filled by Caleb Williams. More on him in a second. Defensive tackle, receiver, edge. Those are all very, very close. I think defensive tackle ahead of edge because you have Montez Sweat. You could piece together the other one if you need to. Wide receiver because we don't know what Keenan Allen's future is. I've got that ahead of edge, but you could certainly still go edge there. Offensive tackle, not a major need because you have Braxton Jones, but it's a good offensive tackle draft, and you could certainly upgrade there if you wanted to. Okay, round 1, pick 1 from Mel Kiper. No surprises here as Kiper does have the Bears selecting Caleb Williams. Chalk pick here, nothing really that's going to change, and really it shouldn't. If national media experts are doing mock drafts that don't have the Bears taking Caleb, then it's like they're just kind of doing it for fun. They're not basing it on any intel, which is fine, but just know that for what it is. He is locked in as the Bears pick at number 1 unless something absolutely absurd changes in the next 2 weeks. It's a formality. He will be the pick by Chicago. Now, you want to get into what Kiper wrote about him, saying Justin Fields is gone and Williams is the clear best quarterback in this class with Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Cole Kmet as his top 3 targets. He's going to have a chance to hit the ground running in a way that Bryce Young just couldn't in Carolina last season. And that's a point I've made numerous times on the show, on social media, is that the Bears have set up Caleb Williams, or whoever, pretty sure it's Caleb, very well. I mean, this is not a typical quarterback. That's a number 1 pick situation that he's walking into. I've used the Carolina example a ton. Bryce Young had nothing to work with. Caleb Williams is going to have 2 very good receivers in DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, potentially a third, depending on what happens at number 9. DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert, Cole Kmet, Gerald Everett, all offensive QB-friendly talents. In the sending O-line, still some questions there, but it's getting better. It's young. A top 10 defense that could be top 5, like we said, the number 9 overall pick, and a revamped offensive staff. Obviously, some projection there with Shane Waldron and company, but on paper, a more established group than what you had with Luke Getsy and company before. We know the talent. We know the ability. We know what the Bears have done. Now, it's about Caleb Williams and this staff working together to reach his full potential. Is he the answer? That is what everybody wants to know. That's what Bears fans are anxious about. And believe me, I get it because, in some ways it's like, well, we've been here before. But I have argued recently that we haven't. The Bears have not been in this exact situation before. They have not put a quarterback in a situation to be successful like this with how they've rebuilt the roster and the staff and et cetera. Justin Fields didn't walk into this, especially for year 2 when they tore things down. Even Mitch Trubisky didn't have this much around him. So I'm excited. It's up to Caleb and this staff and the team to all come together. But if it does, man, it could be something really, really special, I think. We're getting closer. The NFL draft is just 15 days away. don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications because we are going to be here every day, every step of the way as we break it all down. And by the way, I'm filming this as it is 15 days away. When you're watching this, it's probably more like 14, 13 days away. So we're getting very, very close. Don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button. All right, here's Mel Kiper again saying, because the Bears have number 9 here, Chicago doesn't have a second-round pick as a result of its trade for edge rusher Montez Sweat in October, so it has to add a high-ceiling starter with the number 9 selection. The question is, will it go with help for Caleb Williams on offense or an edge rusher to play on the other side of Sweat? Well, you look at Kiper's first 8 picks here. After Caleb at 1, it was Jaden Daniels at 2. Drake May at 3 to New England. Marvin Harrison Jr., the Cardinals stay put at 4. Vikings trade up with the Chargers from 11 to 5. They get J.J. McCarthy, the Michigan quarterback. Malik Neighbors, the LSU receiver, goes to the Giants at 6. Joel at 7 to the Titans. And then Dallas Turner at 8. This is a very chalky mock. I mean, this is kind of standard for what we're seeing. So coming up next, what does that mean? What are the Bears going to do at number 9 overall? Is it the right pick? We'll react to all of that in just a moment. But I do got to tell you first about Manscaped. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra is the best ball hair trimmer on the market, and you can get 20% off at manscaped.com with promo code BEARS20. Listen, this product features 2 interchangeable skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and a new foil blade to go smooth and sleek. You got the dual LED spotlights on the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Also, it allows better visibility, makes every trim a lot easier. And hey, don't like making a mess. It's waterproof. Used to just be water resistant, their prior models. It's now waterproof. You can use it in the shower, the bath. Hey, I'm heading to the West Coast. I'm going to California. I might use this bad boy in the ocean. You can do that with this product. And by the way, if you get the little travel case there and perhaps you go performance package, boom, throw it in your suitcase. That's what I'm doing as I hit the Bay Area this weekend. Go check all their products out at manscaped.com. Promo code BEARS20. And a cool thing Manscaped is doing, they have partnered with the Testicular Cancer Society to help spread awareness for men's health and early cancer detection. Fellas, as you get older, you got to stay on top of this. Go visit manscaped.com/TCS. That is manscaped.com/TCS to learn how to check yourself for early signs of cancer. And again, manscaped.com, promo code BEARS20 for 20% off all their products. Those links are in the comments and in the description of this video. All right, it is Rome Odunze, if you guys hadn't put that together. Again, kind of a chalky mock. We've talked about both these guys a lot, and it's been popular that Caleb and Rome could team up in Chicago. It's a fun scenario. I think it's a plausible scenario. It would give the Bears that true X receiver at 6'3", 210 pounds. Here's Kiper on Odunze saying this would be a dream scenario for the Bears, right? They would be adding an elite wide receiver on a rookie contract to play with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore, and they wouldn't have to move up from number 9 to do it. Allen is a free agent in 2025, so wide receiver is a bigger need for Chicago than it might seem. Obviously, we'll see if Allen gets extended or not. I don't think they would do that before the draft. They're going to see how this plays out. I guess the question I have is, is the dream too good to be true? It's like every mock you see is Caleb and Rome. You're like, yes, this would be awesome. Oh, is it going to happen? Is Rome the player we think he is? I think he is, but it's all projection. It's just like you kind of allow yourself to dream, and then you kind of think more. You're like, man, it's not going to happen that way, right? Like, it's smokescreen season. Things always change. Rome could go top 5 for all we know. Who knows how it's going to play out? But man, it is fun to use that word again, dream, because a trio of DJ, Keenan, and Rome, where Rome wouldn't have a ton of pressure on him as a rookie, which would be nice. He could kind of ease in, learn from the 2 vets who are still very, very high-level players. And but, man, long-term, I mean, the combination between him and Caleb, they could grow together as rookies on into their careers in Chicago. This could be a special combination. We know how good of a vertical threat Rome Odunze is. Speaking of which, fun stat from this write-up from Mel Kiper per ESPN Stats and Info. Rome Odunze led college football, FBS, Division I level, in catches on vertical routes this season with 23 of them. So not only is he a threat to go downfield, he's efficient in that manner, got a lot of them, and came down with them. Contested catch guy, you can put him in motion. He can run different routes, red zone machine. He's fun. And he's a very good player. It's just, again, it almost feels too obvious, doesn't it? it's kind of like, what's a different one you see in this draft? Like, oh, Joe Alt to the Titans at 7. Like every mock is on. It's like, and it almost feels too obvious, right? Like a lot of the time, the draft is not what you think it's going to be. Like Caleb Williams at 1, that's going to happen. Like that's a done deal. But after that, it truly is going to be a crapshoot. I really do think it is. I think something wild is going to happen inside the top 10. There's going to be a big trade for a quarterback involving one of these teams. So who knows? I mean, hell, maybe 2 receivers are available at 9 when the Bears are picking. So it's going to be a fun night. We're going to be here for all of it. So don't forget to subscribe. And also, let us know, will the Bears draft Rome Odunze with the number 9 pick? Are you buying in? Is it going to happen? Type Y for yes, or you can type in for no. All right, to wrap up, just kind of wanted to go through the NFC North picks in this 2-round mock. The other first-round picks, again, Minnesota trading up for J.J. McCarthy at number 5. That's been heavily rumored as they now hold picks 11 and 23, trying to position themselves to get a quarterback. Amarius Mims, the offensive lineman out of Georgia, going to the Packers at 25. They got to replace David Bakhtiari. Adonai Mitchell, the Texas wide receiver, goes to Detroit at 29. That could potentially be a really good fit, by the way. Round 2 picks, Edgerrin Cooper, the A&M linebacker, goes to Green Bay. Javon Bullard to Green Bay as well, the safety out of Georgia. Really big fan of his game. And then Adisa Isaac, the defensive end out of Penn State. Unfortunately, I actually like all these picks for these other teams, except for I'm not as high on McCarthy as you guys know, but a lot of these skill players going to these teams, that certainly could be, not trouble, but challenging for the Bears to go up against for years to come. But they're mock drafts. We got to see how it all is going to play out, and we'll have more mock drafts, so be sure to subscribe for more coverage here on the Chicago Bears.